So MIT just recently published this report saying that 95% of companies aren't seeing any measurable productivity gains from AI. How could this be? What's going on? There's so much money going into AI and so much money going from companies into investing in AI. Where's the productivity? Why aren't we seeing the big changes? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One is that too many companies treat AI like another piece of software. You buy it in, you get the licenses, you give it to your people, done. And that's just not how AI works. If you bring AI in, at the very least, you probably need to restructure the way your teams work, the way the information flows. In other words, you need human restructuring around AI. It's not another piece of software. It really is something different. Two, you need human support for the people that are starting to use AI. You need some AI-specific change management. Your people and your company need support to take this on. If you leave these two crucial parts out, the company restructuring and the human AI support, then you're not going to see productivity gains from AI. And these are the missing pieces of the puzzle. The report also touched on this other thing going on, this sort of shadow AI economy. What does that mean? It means that while the companies are bringing in expensive AI products for their staff to use, the staff are not using those official products. They're sneaking under their desk and using ChatGPT, Claude, Google's product, you name it, but they're doing it in a sort of sneaky private way. Why? Because they prefer these tools, they prefer these environments they've already developed, they prefer the way the AI talks to them or writes to them. They've built these relationships with their favorite AI. So in sum, the real problem here with AI and this lack of productivity that we're seeing in companies is a human problem, that people aren't restructuring and they're not supporting their people. What do you need to do? You need to back your people with AI-specific change management. Give them the support they need. Too many people start testing the water with AI, then freak out. They get anxious with the uncertainty about the future of their jobs, how AI is going to change their company, their workforce, and many other things. They need help with this change. Two, restructure workflows. Change the way people use AI, how it's used. Think about what it could do, where you want to be, set the goalposts, and work towards that. Three, you need to find ways of building trust into AI and psychological safety. If people are going to use this every day, they need to feel their job is not under threat and anything they put in there is safe. We see that, generally speaking, adults tend to distrust AI, while young people, teenagers, trust AI probably too much. So what you want is not this sort of pilot theater, putting on a show of AI adoption. You want real deep adoption. And that takes work, time, thinking, and effort. The final thing here is that the way people adopt new technologies is very different. You remember the old footage, people lining up and camping in tents for 7 days to be the first in line to buy an iPhone. They're the early adopters, people that will do anything to get their hands on new tech. You want to roll out AI to those people first, then let it naturally spread across the rest of the workforce. There's no point in pushing it out to everyone simultaneously. You want those early adopters to start using it, start socializing, talking about, it's amazing, I did this, showing your other staff and colleagues examples of what they've done, and you'll see a natural spread, a natural adoption of AI from the early adopters to the mid and then to the really late laggers. So AI done right absolutely can be transformative. It can drive productivity, but the missing piece is humans. So your next competitive advantage will be AI support, AI change management, how to integrate all this into the business and the human side of everything that's going on. Tell me how that's going in your company, what experiences you have with AI, does your company have any AI specific change management? It's now becoming a thing. Reach out if you'd like to know more about that, and the best of luck.